What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Wednesday, September 27th, 2023, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now, it is 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, and we currently have some unusual activity the last few hours with our nuclear forces. So we currently have three nuclear war command and control planes up in the air right now. All of them took off from Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma City, which is the home base for these planes. And these planes can remotely launch all of our Minuteman III ICBMs, and they can also communicate with our submerged nuclear armed submarines. So these planes are critical for the survival of our nuclear forces during a nuclear war. Okay, and there's three of them up in the air right now. This is extremely unusual. I cannot emphasize to you how unusual it is for three of these planes to take off basically all at the same time. So we have one over the Gulf of Mexico right now with the call sign Ratty 67, and we have one over southern New Jersey right now, and it has the call sign Get Up 62. And what's interesting is it was doing loops over northeastern Connecticut, over a forested area of northeastern Connecticut. Very, very interesting. Probably communicating with some submarines in the water here. And then we have this one over here heading towards Nebraska. And the name of this plane is kind of weird. If you say this fast, it comes out to be Aryan 66. Okay, the number six, the number of the devil, and then Aryan, as in, like Hitler stuff, right? Very, very weird name here, Aryan 66. That just caught my eye. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. But anyway, three of these planes in the air right now. And we also have a lot of emergency action messages being broadcasted right now. Emergency action messages are nuclear attack options that are transmitted from the National Military Command Center at the Pentagon to our Ohio class submarines, and they use these planes to do it. These planes are critical during a nuclear war because, number one, if our ground based transmitters are destroyed, which most likely they will be because they're fixed sites and Russia knows where they are, so they would probably destroy, with 99% certainty, they would destroy our ground based transmitters, which are in Jim Creek in Washington and in Cutler, Maine. And then there's also one in Hawaii and in Australia. Those would be hit with nuclear warheads. Also, high frequency does not work well when there's fallout and radiation. Okay, radiation interferes with high frequency radio transmissions. So the only thing that will work is VLF, okay, very low frequency, and that's what these planes can do. So I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know if something spooked our nuclear forces and they suddenly sent these planes out, but it's very concerning. Okay, over 20 or 25 emergency action messages just in the last 2 or 3 hours, which is just insane. Maybe even more than that. That's just what I counted, but they were transmitting them like every 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. We also have some major breaking news. Apparently, there was a massive explosion in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. And what we're hearing is that the cause was from electric cars that somehow caught on fire and they all blew up. Okay. We also have some breaking news coming from the Russian Foreign Ministry, and they're basically accusing America and NATO of helping Ukraine to attack the Black Sea Fleet headquarters. So let me read to you what Maria Zakharova said. She's the Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman. She said, "There is no doubt that the attack had been planned in advance using Western intelligence, NATO satellite assets, and reconnaissance planes, and was implemented upon the advice of American and British security agencies and in close coordination with them." Okay, so this is the fourth major public figure in Russia to basically blame America and say that America is part of the war. So first it was Sergei Shoigu saying that the West is party to the conflict. Then it was Medvedev. Medvedev said that we should just go right after NATO because NATO's party to the conflict. And now we have Maria Zakharova, the third the third major public figure in Russia to blame the West and say that the West is party to the conflict. Okay, so very serious situation going on in Ukraine. The escalation ladder is continuing to climb. Okay, we're continuing to climb up the escalation ladder with Ukraine officially requesting to do long range strikes deep into Russia, deep into Iran and Syria. They want to take out the drone production sites that are deep in Russia, hundreds of miles away from the front lines. Same thing in Iran and Syria. And so Ukraine officially asked permission to do that. Okay. So this war is just continuing to escalate, guys. Okay. It's just going to escalate more and more and more until a nuclear weapon is used. And I think that's what's going to happen very soon. I think that's why Vladimir Putin is going to China in October. I think he wants to talk with Xi Jinping about what his options are because he is having some difficulty in Ukraine right now. Ukraine has the momentum. They've breached the final defense line. They're striking all these critical targets with Storm Shadow missiles. They're going to get more equipment, and they're getting more equipment every day. And then, of course, they're supposed to get F 16s and various European fighter jets over the next few months. So, Putin is running out of options. He's expended a lot of his missiles, he's lost a lot of men. And so using a nuclear weapon is very attractive right now. Okay. And I really have a bad feeling that that's what we're going to see come October. And that's why we've been seeing all these doomsday planes in the air over the last 2 months, every single day. And that's why we're having that National Emergency Alert System test on October the 4th, which is next week. And I'm going to be live streaming that. Okay. So I will be live streaming during that nationwide emergency alert system test, which starts at 2:20 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to start my stream about an hour before. And I'm going to broadcast live. I'm going to have my phone next to me, and we're going to listen to this nationwide emergency alert system test together. But that's a clear preparation for nuclear war, guys. Okay. You do not do a nationwide emergency alert system test unless you're preparing for nuclear war. Okay. Because that is exactly how the US government would alert the US general population of nuclear weapons coming to the US. Okay. They would use a nationwide emergency alert. Okay. So, very, very serious times we're living in right now. Please make sure you're getting prepared as best as you can. Think about all the things you need to do that you haven't done yet and go ahead and focus on those things. Okay. Whether it's purchasing some more food for your long term or medium term food storage, making sure you have a water supply. Okay, thinking about a fallout shelter Where would you go if there is a nuclear war? Do you have a fallout shelter? Are you near a fallout shelter? Are there any structures nearby that you could use as a fallout shelter? Can you improvise one? Okay, do you have at least a few weeks of food? Do you have at least 2 weeks of fresh drinking water? Okay, do you have a means of self-defense? Okay, think about all these things. Okay, because once those missiles are launched, it's going to be too late. Okay. We also have some breaking news coming from Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia, and he said that Armenia's leadership must remember the fate of countries allied with the United States. Okay, so kind of like a threat there to Armenia. And we also have some breaking news coming from Poland. The Polish president visited the tri-border area of Poland, Belarus, and Ukraine, which is pretty unusual. And he met with some Polish forces that are deployed there right on the border. So this is the river here that separates Belarus from Poland. And he was visiting some of the forces there because Poland deployed 15,000 troops to eastern Poland, okay, to the eastern part of their country. So, pretty interesting. And Poland is considering stronger border controls at the Polish German border because they're afraid of a massive influx of migrants from Italy. Okay. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to give you this quick update. Okay. Something weird is going on. We have dozens of emergency action messages going off, 3 Takamo planes in the air right now. So get prepared, guys. And I will be back probably tomorrow at some point, and I'll have another update for you. So stay tuned to my channel for continuing breaking news coverage. And other than that, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.